Ariana. How are you guys?
Good.
Great. Nice to meet you.
So, what attracted you to this project to begin with?
I mean, it looked hysterical. It is hysterical. Um, the opportunity to work with someone who's such a hands-on creator is, it's not a big corporate thing, right? It's not like we have a lot of choice in the matter anyway. But we got lucky because we get to work with someone that's just really in it.
Yeah, definitely. I think that they came with the script and it was like, wow, this is insane. If you could make this work, I would love to be a part of it.
Yeah.
How do you guys kind of get into character? Because it's not like when you guys do live action work, like you're in the booth, I'm guessing mostly alone. How do you kind of get into that character and kind of have the vision for this all? Because it's not like you're watching like reels of stuff and you're just adding your voice.
I mean, that's one thing where the crew all and the creators, they're so great about when we go into sessions, really letting you know what's going on in the scene and kind of like leading you in. They do a really good job at like explaining how how the person's feeling and all that stuff. So they really set the table really well for us to be able to kind of get into character like that.
And they revise it as we go a little bit, they'll say, oh, wait. I think he's going to be sawing someone's leg off in this scene. So, it's like, so maybe we should try it a different way. And you're like, all right. And then, I don't know, we see what we see when it comes out after they animate it.
Yeah. Speaking into kind of getting into their headspace, and knowing what the characters are thinking, what do you think Darby and Matt think about this family and this company?
I think Darby loves this family. I think he loves the Hornsbys. I think he takes his job really serious, and I think that he's really there to help them. I think he's invested in the future of this family deeply. I think he really cares for them.
Yeah, I think Matt just, you're born with your family, whether you like them or hate them. And with all their, with all whatever their issues are, it's just something that we as humans have to deal with. So I don't think Matt knows any differently. He's obviously not as old, right? So I think that's his reality. So I think he accepts whatever his reality is.
What was your favorite episode from last season?
Ooh, I mean, I think the one with the chicken man that ends with the officer and a gentleman. It sounds really crazy saying it out loud, but I think that was probably, I think it's just a good example of what the show can really do.
Well, I thought that episode was jaw-dropping. Like,
It
I was
was
like, oh
amazing.
my God, I can't believe they're going there. But season 2 is starting that way, so I don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
What would you say was your favorite episode, Miley?
I like the finale a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It just, for me, especially for my character, that was a whole, turnaround. And he had a big arc in that episode, so that's always fun.
Yeah.
But like everyone else, I enjoy watching anyone's arc, because all the characters are pretty vibrant and alive. And they have weirdness to them that you can't imagine.
Yeah. If you weren't voicing your character, which character would you like to voice?
Yeah. We were just doing this one. I said I don't think I would be the guy for it, but boy, it would be fun to try to do Deb. She's so funny to me.
I would pay you money to hear you do
It would take a lot of character work.
She goes from like 0 to 500 within this space of like 10 seconds.
Seriously, she's such a wild card, man.
Yeah. I think I'd probably do Steve. Because come on, his name is Steve. You gotta love that.
And he's just committed to this. He hasn't just gone by Steve. Like, he could easily change his name, but he is just lying in it.
I mean, there's a duller part of him that I really like.
I would say Theo. He's just like he's so earnest in a very strange way. Like there's no qualms or smoke and mirrors about him. Like he wakes up every day as himself.
Yeah,
there's
talk,
no
talk about
filter.
somebody who's not running from it. He is. He is who he is.
Yeah.
Yes. You guys also do live action work. Which episode or scene would you have loved to act it out, even if it was the craziest? Like we have no budget here.
Man, I hate to say it, but it's probably that scene where he's about to poop his pants. Like as much fun as it was to record, I can only imagine.
The chicken massacring would be probably high on the list.
What's interesting about when I'm watching the show and seeing all of these chickens, it actually like makes me so uncomfortable to eat chicken flavored crackers now because I'm like, oh, it is chicken. Like I feel like it makes you like double think the things you're consuming.
Oh no, what's the name of that? Something in a biscuit?
Chicken in a biscuit? Is that what it's
Chicken and
called?
biscuit? No, the cracker.
Oh, I thought that was is that what it's called with the
Oh, is it called chicken and a biscuit?
I think
chicken
so.
biscuit? Something like that.
I used to love that when I was younger. It's like the worst. Like it's the most like unnaturally flavored cracker in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, in hindsight, a meat flavored cracker is kind of insane.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh,
isn't it?
I guess it's equally as insane as what we see in season 2 is a black licorice flavored cracker. Like,
Yes.
why would you want black licorice in the first place? But why would you then want it in a cracker?
Honestly, turns my stomach.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Why do you think people are so much in adult animation? Because I feel like that style of media, people originally thought like, oh, this is just for children. Why do you think adult animation has been and will be such a thing?
I mean, I definitely think that you don't lose being silly as an adult, whether or not the world tries to take it from you. I think it's like adults also have fun, like, viewing a world that kind of has no boundaries and can be absurd and stuff like that. I think it's just a really good time.
Yeah. I think, when you watch, I didn't watch a lot of cartoons as a kid because I lived overseas and they weren't available that much to me. We didn't watch a lot of TV, hardly any. And, but I never thought twice, that a dog could talk. It's like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's what he sounds like. Scooby-Doo sounds like that, of course. So it's kind of neat to be doing that for us, I think, right? Like, we're somebody's Scooby-Doo. And they're like, yeah, of course that's what that person sounds like.
Yes. What advice would you give to your character?
I'd say get in shape while you're still young. Because it's harder when you get old.
Say maybe pursue some of your own interests, man. maybe get a hobby outside of this family that's yours.
Does he have any hobbies?
I don't. He loves to rollerblade. I don't think there's much else cool.
Yeah, it's very odd that this lawyer is always there. Like, how often it's questionable that this company needs this lawyer every day at dinner, basically.
I think that's his level of commitment and service.
Yeah.
I think so too. It's also like, to pull a really old reference, like I never understood Murphy Brown, which was before you were born, I'm sure, but they lived in she lived in California, the main character, and the handyman was there all the time in her house, right? he was in every episode. He was a series regular guy. I thought that's so weird. And then I started getting work done on my house. And I'm like, oh my God, they're here. They're still here. They're here in my house. And I love these guys, but now it's sort of like I'm involved in their family. It's like, they're like, I'm going to bring my kids today. I'm like, all right.
Well, I feel like you have an idea for another show. Like you really need to go workshop this.
I'm going to write some ideas. Yes.
But thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me about this. I can't wait to talk about this again and future projects.
Love it. Thanks so much.
Thanks
Right,
very
have a good
much.
one. Thank you. Bye.